Hey, Raj Martin here from Billings, Montana. This is a praying medic. I sometimes look at his views and his videos because he usually has some pretty solid stuff. If he's not sure about it, he doesn't say it.
And it was also announced that the president will declare a national emergency to build the southern border wall. That fact has had a lot of people scratching their heads, but not for those of us who've been following Q. Q posted this. There's a link to that article about the national emergency. Q wrote, Anand's new last March. Do you believe in coincidences? At what point is it mathematically impossible? Winning big.
All right. So let's look at this a little more closely. They knew last March. Do you believe in coincidences? He always says that. And we need to understand that there are no coincidences. When you know the truth, there are no coincidences. At what point is it mathematically impossible? He keeps telling us that too. Winning bigly. And this is a winning plan with the White House, with Q, with POTUS, of course, the president, and with other individuals in the government. Again, I've stated again and again that the government's in a cleaning process, not only the CIA, the FBI, the DOJ, military, uh, the news, the deep state, the Justice Department is sharply divided against those that are pulling off crap and those that are trying to defend the Constitution and the laws of the land. But let's go a little further here with the post last March.
Is the hashtag Q. Graphic on the left-hand side is the Army Corps of Engineers Red Castle, Green Castle decode that we kind of guessed at last March. And
So this was, again, the post to last March, and this is the Army Corps of Engineers. That's their logo. When they brought them down and started working on stuff, uh, they started writing with the Corps of Engineers and started going work. They're using military funds to build the wall, and I believe that we'll find out this national emergency. It gives the president power to use funds that are in the budget to work on the national emergency process. So this wall would also be a national emergency to the president's administration, and he could use federal funds to help with that emergency. So I think that's why he's doing that. We'll learn more as this all unfolds in time.
it turned out to be a good decode. Uh, and Anon posted winning bigly and how Pepe meme. Q responded, credit to Anons who deciphered the Red Castle, Green Castle. Why must we communicate this way? National security laws, telling us plainly the plans of the president would be against the law if it dealt with issues of national security. But Q provides clues that allow us to paint a picture for ourselves, and that is not illegal. Q wrote this back in November 1st of 2017. Think about it logically. The only way is the military, fully controlled, biggest advance drop on poll. One of the Anons responded to Q, got eyes on someone in China earlier today. Thanks, Q, for all you and your people are doing to unite our world. We owe you more than you know. And Q responded to that. We only go public when we want the target to know. Q. So when we get these inside glimpses at operations that Q and the team are doing, they're putting this out publicly, so they want the targets to know, hey, the whole world is watching what's going on.
So again, this is part of the espionage, military intelligence and espionage that's going on. They know that these criminals are watching this as much, if not more so, than the public. And this stuff is posted, so they're letting these criminals know exactly that they're being watched, that we've got eyes on you, and we're following what you do. Just a matter of time before you're either subpoenaed, arrested, or both, and we deal with you accordingly. So this is done so they put some pressure on them, and a lot of them are trying to flee or uh, grab funds, and all this stuff is being tracked as part of the espionage that's going on. move by move, by the military intelligence community and the Q group that is associated with that. And remember, it's a Q group. It's not just one individual. Again, these Q posts are so important because it shows us that this stuff was set up a long time ago, at least a year to two. Some are saying that this goes back even before President Trump was elected, at least 7 to 10 years. There's been a lot of planning in this from the pre-election standpoint, from the election standpoint, from the media standpoint, from military intelligence, military courts, DOJ divisions, Supreme Court justices there that are being elected, one that is going to be elected here probably this year or next, as well as the Senate being set up, and pressure being put on the Congress or the Democratic Party. The stuff that's going on internationally with the military, with the gold, with the central banks, with the Federal Reserve, with the IRS. This stuff is massive in its scope, and is not just a simple little plan. There's a lot going on behind the scenes that we have no idea about. And it's probably a good thing, but it also gives us a glimpse of how massive and what a master mind Trump is in his group that he's working with, groups that he's working with. There are many groups involved in this. Trump has just solidified the white hats against the dark hats and deep state against Trump and so forth. And as this stuff all plays out, we'll see more and more of this come to the front. As the D-class and other things come out, FISA wars and other things come out, all this is coming to a head. And I'll bet you that a lot more comes to a head this year and next year before the elections. This is going to be very interesting these next couple of years before the elections in the fall of 2020. Pay attention closely to what's going on here. Good news, Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. We're thankful for those people with QAnon and military intelligence, and also those people that are watching these posts very carefully, because it gives us insights that we would not put together on our own account, our own intelligence. Good day.